Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. The combination of an approaching cold front, an upper-level system, and abundant heat and moisture may produce severe storms and heavy to excessive rain as the system sweeps south and east across the U.S. Significant damaging winds and flash flooding may develop for parts of the central and southern high plains. Long-lived and dangerous heat persists in the southwest and Arklatex region. Closer to home, some heat relief is in store for the region this weekend. As a cool front moves in, this will generate a few strong storms late tonight, with the chance of some localized heavy rain, albeit a very low chance. This low chance of shower activity will continue into Sunday, but beginning Monday, drier air returns, along with a return to much above normal temperatures across the area. We're going to have another look at the weather following this news. Funeral services for the Alamogordo police officer who was killed in the line of duty this past weekend was held yesterday afternoon. It took place at the Tay Special Events Center.
Let us remember the good things, the countless lives Fergie touched, and how he positively influenced our community. His memory will live on in the hearts of those he has touched, the lives he has changed, and the difference he has made. To our law enforcement community, as we mourn the loss of our brother, remember that your sacrifice and dedication to the safety of our community and all of your communities to which you served do not go unnoticed. As we say our final goodbye to our fallen officer, let us honor his memory by embodying the principles he stood for: duty, courage, service, and the willingness to stand up for what he believed was right. Let Officer Ferguson's legacy serve as a reminder that we must cherish every moment and the people around us, for life is fragile, and we never know what the future holds. In closing, let us remember the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson: to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Officer Ferguson has exceeded in touching the lives and leaving a permanent mark on our hearts. May he rest in peace, knowing that his sacrifice will never be forgotten, and his memory will forever guide and inspire us.
Officer Ferguson was bestowed multiple posthumous awards.
The first award is the Combat Cross. The Combat Cross is presented to an individual employed by the department for an act of heroism and imminent personal hazard of life in combat with an armed adversary. Chief's Commendation. The Chief's Commendation is presented for outstanding performance, deserving of recognition by the police chief. Exceptional Duty. The Exceptional Duty is presented for a highly credible accomplishment, bringing public acclaim to the employee, the department, and the profession as a result of training, devotion to duty, or service to public. The Gallantry Star, Excellent Arrest. The Gallantry Star is presented for an act of distinguished bravery in the arrest of a person who is a major threat to the welfare of the community and/or the officer. Meritorious Service. This award is presented for a highly unusual accomplishment under adverse conditions with some degree of hazard to life and limb to the nominee, or where death or injury to a third party is prevented. And finally, the Public Safety Cross. This award is presented by the department for an act of heroism in imminent personal hazard of life. Officer Ferguson, you will be missed.
His daughter spoke, stating that she had been looking forward to a European trip slated for next year with her father. Officer Anthony Ferguson was just 41 years of age. May he rest in peace. A judge and a district attorney are catching some heat for this fallen officer. Chris Edwards reports.
We reported in Alamogordo Town News earlier in the week about the pressures being felt by District Attorney Scott Key and also pressure being felt by the judge in the first case, that being Judge Snyder. Judge Snyder released De La Orr, which is the assailant that killed Officer Ferguson earlier in the week. Judge Snyder felt like that there was not enough compelling evidence to keep him detained. District Attorney Keys, it appears, is feeling pressure and saying that the system itself is broken and he knows that the community feels pain and anger. He said it's heartbreaking and he's very sorry that we've had to go through this 3 times in his career, and it's just a bad time for Alamogordo. He went to KOB News to kind of explain the system and explain that it's a broken system. He also pointed out that Dominic De La O had a criminal history that shows it was escalated. So he had a criminal history with the DWI, and it's escalated from there. His mother's claimed that he had a meth addiction. The original charges of which he was charged with was negligent use of a firearm, and that's a misdemeanor. And under the law, as a misdemeanor, he wasn't even eligible to be long-term detained. So the judge itself, as well as District Attorney Key, feels like that the law itself should be changed. And he was concerned, however, that Snyder gave De La O one more chance. There's lots to the story. The district attorney himself is feeling pressure, and our understanding from insiders at the courthouse is Judge Snyder just feels sickened and sorry that this whole incident occurred. This is Chris Edwards reporting.
Read the story in its entirety by visiting AlamogordoTownNews.com. Well, today is Friday. Let's check in with Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City NM, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. This week, Kitty City is featuring 3 black kittens. As you may well know, black is a common color for a cat. It may well be the #1 most common color. At any given time of the year, Kitty City always has black cats available for potential adopters to choose from. And what's not to love about a black cat? Today we have 3 affectionate and friendly black kittens. First is Dookie. He is a 2.5-year-old short-haired male cat. He much prefers people to other cats, but he is accepting of any cat around him. Dookie loves to be with any human and get pets on his head. He is quite affectionate and even loves us to hold him upside down. His favorite game is to run a short distance in front of a human and then lie down on his back, upside down, and let us catch him and pick him up. Dookie does not like dogs. He is neutered and microchipped. Next is Jetson, who is an 8-month-old domestic short-haired male cat. Although at first Jetson was nervous and afraid, he is becoming a trusting and lovable kitty. We pet him and give him lots of attention to show him how much he is loved. He is still occasionally hesitant, but he is getting there. Jetson is small in size, but has an adorable cat face. He is cross-eyed, which makes him even more charming. Jetson is neutered, microchipped, and up-to-date on his vaccination. Holly is a 1-year-old short-haired female kitty.
Holly!
She was found at the Holiday Inn in Alamogordo and is super friendly. When she came to Kitty City, she instantly showed her affection to everyone. It was as if she was telling us how grateful she was to be rescued. Holly has beautiful golden eyes and long, sleek legs. This girl loves all humans and their pets. She has a loving and sweet personality and wants to go home to a loving human. Holly is spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. All 3 of these sweet black kittens can be seen at Kitty City NM at 56 Stanley Ranch Road, or visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com. Come make one of these 3 sweet black kitties your forever friend. Tomorrow, Saturday, July 21, there will be a cat adoption event at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And also next Saturday, July 29. Come see all our adorable cats and kittens. Don't forget that we have a summer special on adoption rates. The first cat is full price and the second cat is half price. That goes for both cats and kittens. Kitty City NM will also be featuring dogs for adoption from Alamogordo Animal Control. Come visit us at the mall tomorrow, Saturday, July 21, to find your forever friends. This has been Kathy Denton from Kitty City NM. Join us next week for another edition of Cat Chat. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Donna Ana County Sheriff's Office investigators have charged 25-year-old Stephanie Diaz with child abuse after she left 3 of her children inside of a car while she was inside shopping. Court records state that Via's car was parked outside of a supermarket in Chaparral. A witness called 911 to report the 3 children in the car. When the deputy arrived, he saw an 11-year-old, a 6-year-old, and an 8-month-old sitting in the car in the back, windows down around 6 inches. The driver's side front window was down all the way, and the car was powered off. The deputy also reports seeing the children sweating and red-faced. The deputy did not know how long the children had been in the car by the time he arrived. However, he reports it took 12 minutes for Diaz and Oscar Villa, who was also with Diaz, to walk out of the store and return to the car. When another officer arrived to take internal temperatures of the car, the thermometer read 112 degrees. Villa, the man that was with the mother, told the deputy that his car's compressor was broken, so the AC was not on. At the time of the incident, the temperature in Chaparral was 103. The deputy called for medical help for the children. When help arrived, Diaz allegedly refused to allow firefighters check the children. She also refused to allow the children to sit in the deputy's air-conditioned vehicle. The deputy called for CYFD, which took the 3 kids in the car, as well as a 4th child, who was allowed to go into the store with Diaz. A New Mexico man has been hospitalized after he was beaten with an axe in Truth or Consequences. When officers arrived, they helped the victim until EMS crews were able to transport him to the hospital. The suspect had fled the scene before the officers arrived. However, information allowed them to identify the suspect as Andrew Maldonado. They've charged him with aggravated battery and tampering with evidence. Maldonado was booked into the Sierra County Detention Center. Weather's next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
The Alamogordo Center of Commerce presents the 3rd annual Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament, Saturday, August 26th at Desert Lakes Golf Course, featuring celebrity guest John Carlos. Contact the Center of Commerce today to sponsor our guest speaker, breakfast and lunch, golf handbag, and more. Golfers, call Desert Lakes at 575-439-0290 to secure your spot in the 4-man scramble best ball tournament. See you on the green.
Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny and hot with an ever so slight chance for showers and storms. Winds could be gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy skies tonight with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 22. Partly sunny tomorrow with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the Basin, 100. Low tonight of 71. High tomorrow of 94 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today with a 40% chance of showers and storms. Mostly cloudy skies tonight with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Winds gusting as high as 22 miles per hour. Partly sunny tomorrow with a 50% chance of showers and storms. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 78. Low tonight of 52. High tomorrow, 73 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, AlamogordoTownNews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. We've also launched the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, which will feature our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.